Hello, McFly, your fitness is here and we are ready to work out with you. We got Katie, we got TJ. You need to get set because we got running, we've got stepping in place, and then we've got some burpees to target, and we've also got some RDLs. So get yourself ready, get the DeLorean warmed up. We are starting now. Athletes, your warm-up is starting now. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. TJ is gonna make his way to the runner. Katie is gonna stay in place. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. TJ's gonna start out at a walk for us. We've got Katie going into our standing marches. Now in our standing marches, these are gonna get pretty difficult. It's gonna be hip intensive. So when we're stepping, we wanna think about taking normal steps. I don't want you guys to get your leg extended out in front of you because those hip flexors are going to get lit up very, very quickly. With this workout, your intensity is going to be at a moderate walking pace. So you want to think about somebody's holding a door open for you that's a little bit too far away. So you got to speed up to get there so you don't do that awkward, they're holding the door open for you too long. So I'm going to have Katie speed it up just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Keep going, a little faster, a little faster, a little faster. There we go. That's the speed that we're going to keep in that workout. I'm going to go ahead and have both athletes go ahead and relax. Now we are gonna move into our RDLs. So TJ's gonna do this unassisted. We're gonna have Katie move to the box. With an RDL, we are thinking about keeping a slight bend in our working leg, and then we are leaning over, using our back leg as counterbalance as we go through this. Now Katie's using the box for assistance, so if you have any issues with balance or this is a challenging movement for you, you can use something, a wall, a rig, whatever it is, so that you can get into a safe position here. We're looking to make sure that that working leg is slightly bent, but still straight. And then we're gonna use that back leg for our counterbalance. I wanna make sure there's not a heavy shift of the hips side to side. So if I go down into my RDL and I'm turning out to the side like this, I wanna keep those hips nice and lined up with the direction of motion I'm going in. We're alternating legs as we go through here, and you will feel this very heavily in your hamstrings. When we go through, I'm gonna have TJ do 2 more reps. Notice he's keeping his back straight as he goes down. So relax for me for just a second, Katie. Show us a bad rep, TJ. So round that back out very heavily. If we look like this, we are losing the stimulus of this movement. I want you guys to make sure you stay engaged all the way through. Go ahead and relax, TJ, that's it. Next thing we have are gonna be our burpees. So Katie's gonna be doing assisted burpees to a box with a jump, and then we've got TJ with his burpees to a target. I'm gonna have both athletes go ahead and go through a few reps here. When we go through this, Katie is adding a jump in. On the jump, we are thinking about getting our feet back and then jumping forward. Now, Katie has the added benefit of doing a push-up in this as well. So she's gonna jump back and go down to the box. Let's see it, all the way down, yep. Now we can even combine this as well. So when she hops back, she can lower herself down to the box, and we don't have to do a strict push-up as we go through. I'm gonna keep talking so that TJ has to do a couple more reps here. But if we're doing our object or our burpees to object, we're thinking about using something that's 6 inches away from our top reach. Stop right there, TJ. Reach up, that's 6 inches, and that's what we're looking for. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move back to our marches and back to our running. We're gonna pick up the intensity slightly here. So I'm gonna have TJ start to pick it up to a run, and I'm gonna have Katie pick it up to a little bit of a faster march than we used. Again, what we're looking for is we wanna make sure that we're thinking about pulling those knees up. I don't want you to extend that foot out in front of your leg because that will add extra stress to that hip flexor, which we want to avoid. I do talk about this from time to time. If you guys don't have running distances marked out at your place, we've got TJ on the runner. He's going 200 meters. That is going to equate to about 1 minute. So if you run 30 seconds out, 30 seconds back, that's gonna hit your 200 meters for you. Go ahead and relax. Katie is already relaxed. The workout is coming your way. So turn your cell phone on silent, take care of the dog, do whatever you need to, because I need your undivided attention for this 8 rounds that we got coming up. Get ready, fitness is headed your way. Athletes, our workout is starting in 10 seconds. Go ahead and make your way to either your running position or where you're doing your marches. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, athletes will be marching for 1 minute, or if you want a target rep range, we're looking at 70 steps total, roughly. Now that's the number that we've given our athletes here. We are looking for you to get done under a minute on those marches. So if 70 takes you too long, I'm gonna call the minute mark for you so that you know when that is, and that's gonna be the target number of reps you try to hit each time. If you get done for a minute, or if you get done before a minute, that is completely okay. That's gonna give you more time on those RDLs or on those burpees. We've got TJ running a 200 meter. With this, if you guys don't have those distances marked out at your place, you run out for 30 seconds and then run back. Wherever that mark was that you hit at 30 seconds on your first round is where you're running to every single time. If you guys are doing your marches for your minute time, you got 10 seconds. Katie is done with her 70 reps. She's throwing it down on TJ right now. This is the gauntlet. We are looking at who can get the most RDLs here. Now on our RDLs, this does require quite a bit of balance, so I wanna make sure that you guys are moving fast, but moving safely. We want those hips lined up. We are not turning out heavily to the side, and we really wanna feel ourselves isolate on that hamstring that's working. I'm gonna make sure that Katie stands up all the way at the top, and then we go into our next rep. We've gotta get to full extension before we switch legs. We have 5 seconds, and 3, 2, 1, rest. You got 30 seconds. Now with this workout, our marches and our running always stays the same, but now we are going to be doing burpees as the movement that we pair with our monostructural piece, or that's just a fancy way of saying cardio. We've got 15 seconds. As always, when we're on our rest time, I want you guys to continue moving. So if you just stand there, stuff is gonna get tight. So think about pumping those legs, move your arms around a little bit. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, a point to be made on our marches that we do here, you guys can overdo your marches. If you're getting into a position and you're stepping and you're dropping your chest, I want you to think about this is just like you're gonna be walking at a speedier pace. We're not trying to make it to the Olympics for speed walking, but we are making sure that we're finding a way to elevate our heart rate before we go into our burpees. The same thing with our running here. We've got TJ on his 200 meters. We've got Katie at her 70 reps on these marches, or 35 per leg. You may feel silly doing this, but putting your arms into it just like you're doing your running is gonna be good form with those marches, because if we keep our hands still like we're holding suitcases, it can kind of put us in awkward positions. So it's just like you're walking those 500 miles in that song by, who was that artist? I'll remember it for the end of this workout. But we're moving back into our burpees now. So with our burpees, we've got Katie doing the assisted burpees to a box, making sure we're going down to the box. I've got TJ on his burpees to his 6-inch target. Now on these burpees, you guys are welcome to step back if you are doing TJ's version. And if you're doing Katie's version, we've got it prescribed as a jump, but you can step back as well. I'm gonna have her do her next 2 reps with a step back. And then we'll do one more with that step back, and then she can move to what she prefers there. We are 5, and 3, 2, 1, rest. Now I got good news and bad news. The good news is we've got 1 rep out of the way of each. The bad news is however many reps you just established on your burpees and on our RDLs, you're trying to match that on every round after this. So get your whiteboard close by. I want you guys marking down those scores, and let's see some consistency all the way through. We are looking at 10 seconds, and we're going back into these standing marches and the running. A couple nice deep breaths, because we are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Again, with your running or with your marches, I need that chest upright, those shoulders back, and focus on your breathing. The purpose of us doing this running or standing marches, I'm trying to get your heart rate up. I'm trying to get you uncomfortable so that when we go into this movement, which nobody's gonna say the burpees are easy, but it's harder to do burpees with an elevated heart rate than if I had you start with the burpees here. So I want you guys to make sure that we're focused on our breathing, we're keeping ourselves calm as we go through this, and then we're gonna go into the challenge of those RDLs or those burpees that we've got paired up with this. Again, Katie's doing 70 reps here. I'm gonna call out your minute mark on this set so that you guys kind of know where you're at. Again, you should have a metric that you're going with. I want you off the run, and I want you off the standing marches at least by that minute mark. Katie's staying very consistent. She just finished at 49. Her first set was at 50, so we're doing great. You guys are at your minute mark right now, so you should be onto your RDLs at this point. Again, these RDLs are gonna sneak up on you. I wanna make sure that we're not swinging that free hip off to the side keep yourself nice and level. If you had a glass of water on your low back, it would not tip over when we're at that in range in our RDL. You are looking at 10 seconds here. Keep moving all the way through. We're trying to match or beat that score that we established in our first round. We're resting in 2, 1, rest. So again, TJ's last rep does not count. That was beyond the time limit. I'm very sorry. If I could give it to you, I would, but we're keeping everybody fair and honest here with our reps. We want the same for you guys at home. Make sure that during our rest times, we're not standing around. We gotta move around, move those legs, because these marches and this running, they add up very quickly. You can give us a little arm swing, just like Katie did. Whatever you want. We got TJ. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, go! Again, marches are back, running is back. We're staying consistent here. The pacing that we've got on this, not only are we trying to match the reps that we have on our RDLs and the burpees, but I'm wanting you to stay consistent with the timing that we're doing here. I'm gonna give you your minute call out again when we get to that in this portion so that you know that you will be moving to your burpees at this point. The good news is we are almost halfway done with this workout. So when we are on these time frames of the minute and a half and then 30 seconds of rest, it's a good way to get a lot of fitness in, but make it go quickly. Because when you're focused on the clock and trying to beat the clock or work under a certain time limit, it's gonna make it not seem as bad as if I just had you work for 20 minutes straight. We are at the 50-second mark. TJ is done with his run. Katie's done with her standing marches, and we're moving into our burpees. Let's go, Katie, get them in. You don't have to wait for the minute. TJ's getting ahead of you right now. We gotta go. When you guys get done with those marches and the running, you go right into those burpees. Again, we are counting our reps here. I will challenge Katie a little bit to make sure we're not leaving our hips up when we go down into the burpee. So I want, just like we would be doing, did my Porky Pig just then, I would want to make sure that we're taking our whole body down when we go to that push-up and not leaving those hips behind. We've got 5 seconds left on the clock. And 3, 2, 1, rest. During our rest time, I need you guys to take some nice deep recovery breaths. We need to be smart here because we're halfway through this workout now, but we still have another half to do. We've got athletes moving back to their marching positions and back to their running positions. If you forgot where we were, we got RDLs coming up in our next round. We got 10 seconds. And 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. I hope you guys are listening to good music here or at home because we got some really low beat stuff here. I'm trying to crank up the intensity and the volume with my own personality. Whatever you're listening to at home, throw it in the comments so we can see. If we get some good suggestions, we will definitely throw it on here. We are 20 seconds into our marches and our run here. I need you guys to focus on that breathing. This is the point in the workout. We are into our 5th round. You're starting to get a little sluggish. All these reps are starting to add up. I need you to focus on the work that you have at hand. Keep this consistency. Use the clock as that counter or that guide to figure out if we're keeping that intensity the same. If we're falling off heavily on our run distance or our marches, we can adjust that volume as we need to. Katie just got her quickest round of marches. She's trying to give a little bit of competition to TJ right now, and we are on to those RDLs for both athletes. Again, with our RDLs, this is a challenge of balance as well as that mobility and flexibility piece. So only go down as far as you can while you can maintain good form and make sure that we are using assistance if we need it. And most importantly, don't let that hip flare out. I'm gonna have both athletes focus on these next couple reps. I want level hips as we go down. And we have 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, rest. We got some groans here, but we are almost there. We are almost done. We got one more set of RDLs. We got 2 more sets of burpees, and then we are done for the day. You guys are doing fantastic. Regroup, collect yourself, take a nice deep couple of breaths, swing those arms around, pump those legs just a little bit because your marches are coming back in 10 seconds. You can flap your wings like a bird, whatever you got. You got a flap for us, Katie? That's it? The robot. In 3, 2, 1, and go. We are off to the race of our running and our marching. We're gonna see who finishes first here. I always like to have a little bit of fun with our athletes, and I'll throw you guys in on this one. We're gonna see who can finish this round the fastest and get into, I believe it's our burpees are coming up next, everybody's favorite. Katie has picked up this intensity. TJ is speeding it up. Oh, I just heard this runner speed up. We just kicked it up a little bit. This is it. I love it when I have competitive athletes because it's too easy. It's too easy. I just gotta dangle that carrot because we're gonna see who gets bragging rights after this workout. We are moving, moving, moving. We are coming up on our athletes' finish. Oh, and Katie is done. She is already onto her burpees. TJ's not gonna let that stand. You know that he's gonna blitz past her on this next one. We are at the minute mark right now, so if you guys are still on your marches, move to your burpees, please. If you guys are on your run, get down to that burpee wherever you're at. We've got TJ going into the burpees 2 target. With our 2 target, our points of performance there, chest is on the floor at the bottom. When we come up, both hands have to touch the target. If you miss with one hand, you don't redo the burpee, but you gotta redo the jump and touch with both hands. We got 10 seconds left. We are moving, moving, moving. Keep pushing it here. We've got 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. You got 30 seconds of rest. And then we have set number 7 coming your way. The good news is this is your last set of RDLs. The bad news is that you always know when we get into these final sets, this is where I'm gonna push you. So I don't have to say anything here. I know that both athletes, they've got it in their mind. They are gonna be the first one done with their movement. They're gonna try to beat you guys, but you're not gonna let them. We are going in 3, 2, 1, and go. We are on to these marches, and this is it. I'm feeling the steam off of this air runner already. TJ's kicked it up. We got Katie throwing those arms because she is no joke here. We are getting smoke off the ground because she's moving fast on these marches. I want you guys at home to push it. These need to be our fastest rounds. I want you on these RDLs and on these burpees with the most amount of working time that you've had this entire workout. We are almost done. This is the last time that you got to look at RDLs. We got one more round of marching and running and burpees after this. So start to crank it up because we are in the last lap of this workout. Both athletes are cooking on this monostructure piece. Katie is done and she is on to these RDLs. We got TJ finishing up and he's not gonna let Katie beat her on these RDLs. He's gonna start flying through these, but keeping good form. Making sure, we got a little bit of a mishap, but we redid the rep, which is perfect. Always be honest on those reps. Give me good ones every single time because you don't think that I can see you, but I can see you. Like metaphorically speaking, not in a creepy way, but we always want you guys to feel encouraged here. So we are here with you all the way through that fitness journey, just like we are every single day. And we are so thankful that you guys are showing up with us. So keep pushing. We've got 10 seconds left. This is the last time we got RDLs. You don't have to do them again ever until the next time they come up in a workout. We are resting in 3, 2, 1, and rest 30 seconds. And then we are getting into our last round. Now, you know we had to end it on burpees because nobody wants to end on burpees, but we got you. We got the burpees for you, and we are gonna push you in this final round. Get your mind right. We got 15 seconds. Give me some nice deep breaths because you are gonna absolutely destroy this last workout. I wanna see if you guys can keep pace with our athletes here in the studio because we are moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Our marches and running, this is the last time that we have to do these today, so give me what you got here. I can hear TJ moving on this runner. He is Katie just kicked it up a notch. We are in gear number 5, 6. We are redlining this car, but we're keeping excellent form for both athletes. We are moving into the burpees here, and I am definitely gonna see who can get the most amount of burpees here. We're gonna see how many reps that we can accumulate. I'm gonna be counting reps. I'm gonna have them give me the rep numbers. I want you guys right here with our athletes, so push, 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 push. We are flying on both of these movements. I want you guys to give me everything you have. This is our last round of the day. Katie is on to her burpees. We got TJ dismounting off the runner with style and straight into these burpees. And there we go. Let's go, athletes. You guys are currently at the 55-second mark. That gives us 35 seconds to work on these burpees. So I need you guys moving. Push, push, push here. I know it's tough. I know you want to stop. I know you want to slow down, but I need you to give me every single rep that you have in the tank. We have to push. We've come this far to get this deep into this workout. Your heart rate's up. Use this. I need you guys. This is where adaptation occurs. We need to move. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep giving me every single rep that you've got. We've got 5 and 3, 2, 1, time. And TJ finished with how many reps? 9 reps. Katie? 20 burpees. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. Fantastic job, guys. TJ, great job. Katie, great job. Athletes at home, thank you so much for the awesome effort that you guys gave us today. We're not done yet because your cooldown's coming up next, so stick around. It's coming your way. Athletes, fantastic job on your efforts today. We are so thankful that you guys showed up. Thank you for bringing the fitness. We brought you the workout and you showed up today. Now, if you like today's workout and you're not a part of the Mayhem Athlete community, I gotta ask you why not. You can start your 7-day free trial and get on your fitness journey right away. We've got workouts from bodybuilding to functional fitness to CrossFit to whatever your goals are, we've got it for you. You can do these workouts at your gym, at your house, in your box, in your backyard, in your front yard, at your in-laws' house, and you got to pull your in-laws in there and get that family bonding time. You can do it at your friend's house. Wherever you're at, we have workouts that would fit your style. Whether you want to be a better version of yourself each day or make it all the way to the competition floor, Mayhem Athlete has the workouts and the community for you. Now, it's my serious time. I always have to say that because I'm very, very serious and I mean it. I won't be mad, I'll just be disappointed if you do not select the cooldown, which is listed here. Your body just took care of you, so please take care of your body. I see the arms going in the background. I know what's going on. I've got complete awareness around me. As always, remember, be good, be kind, and show up again for another great day of fitness. We love having you.